Hi, this is Wanda Vincent.
And this is Joseph Vincent.
And we are
Senior Art.
Today I'm going to be drawing and painting for you. I've been asked by more than one person if I could do a video showing my technique. And so that's what I'm going to attempt to do today. Excuse me. It might end up being 2 videos just because we don't have like a really great system for speeding videos up and editing and all that. So I don't know how long this is actually going to take. But let's get started. Remember, with watercolor, with art, it's about enjoying the process. Excuse me for my cough. Part of the process that I learned from some artists is just have fun. Work with your mistakes. Don't worry about them, just work with them and have fun in the process. So today I'm going to start with a FaberCastell Artist Fine Liner, and it's 0.1 is the size. And as you know, I like to draw houses, and so I'll just get started. So start with the crooked line on the side, and then I do the other side. And the roof. And add more texture. And see, I don't like the distance from the wall here, so I'm just going to add a bit more lines to it. And as you know, I like to draw crooked houses. So see here, with this part here, looks like, yeah, I made a mistake, so I'm just going to work with it. I will draw across here, work with it, put it into the picture. And because I'm not trying to do realistic painting and drawing, it works. If I was trying to do realism, yeah, I wouldn't have the patience for it, for one thing, and it just, I don't know, working in your mistakes in a realism pictures, I think that would be really hard. But with painting, with drawing, it's about just the technique, just having fun. That's what I think anyway. As you can tell, I'm not used to doing this on camera, so I'm kind of fumbling around for what to say. So there will be silent times in it. I hope that's okay. Okay, I think I'm going to do a bit of a fence here. And now for the shadows, like on a roof, like underneath I don't know what that overhang is on the roof, what it's called, where the soffits are. There's a bit of a shadow or shading that happens. So you can draw lines like this, or you can do them at an angle, whichever way you want to show that there's a bit of a shadow there. This is called hatching. And I like to do a bit of a lines on the door as well sometimes. on the fence, because old fences, you can see wood fences, even if they've been painted, you can see texture of the wood. Okay, now let's get started painting. So, first of all, for the sky, you with painting with watercolor, this is what I learned. So, if you have a different way, that's okay too. But I learned that it's better to paint from light to dark, because unlike acrylic and oil, watercolor paint, you can't paint light colors of watercolor on top of dark colors of watercolor, because they won't show up. Yeah. But so with the sky, what I like to do is get it wet. This paper that I'm using is Fabriano 100% cotton cold press paper. By the way, there was a bit of color in this brush, so the water looks funny on here, but it'll be fine. So what the brush I'm using is a number 8 round, and this is a Simply Simmons brand. It was from Michael's, I think. It was when we first started out. Okay, so now I'm going to get some cobalt blue and I'll add a bit more water, get it to the right consistency. A little bit watery, not too much. And then you just start putting it on. I think I needed a bit more water on there, actually. Excuse me. I don't know what your weather is like where you are, but it's a weird, wet, snowy day here today, which was a bit of a surprise when we got up. Because we've been having nice weather. We've got the cattails are out, or pussy willows are out already. I mean, not the cattails, pussy willows are out, and the tulips are the plants are growing, and then we wake up to snow. It's like, what had happened here? Okay, I always like to add in a little bit of quinacridone magenta. Quinacridone, that's a hard word to say. I like to add that into my sky. So, get that in there. Just a little bit here and there. Blend it in some places. And that was a bit much in that spot. So lift some of that out. Add a little bit more blue in that spot because that just looks a little weird. Oh well. Now I've got a bit of blooms happening here, which I know some people say you shouldn't have blooms, but oh well. I'm not a professional, so that's okay. We can work with those. Okay, for the house, I'm gonna do I think I gotta wipe a bit of this color over here. I'm gonna do the part of the house in a pyrrole red. I might add a bit of burnt sienna to it too, actually. We'll see. Yeah, this is a little too light. There we go. Yeah, I might do a layer of burnt sienna over this afterwards, because it looks a little too red. And then I'm going to do, red's hard to get out of the paintbrush. For the other side of the house, I'm going to do hands of medium yellow. I like red and yellow. Now I mixed it, and now parts of it look a little bit funny. I think I had another color mixed in with my yellow. That's okay. Work with it. Yeah, I had a bit of the cadmium red scarlet mixed in with the yellow, so that it's a little bit of a different color at the moment. It's not as bright yellow as it could be. That's okay. We'll use that. Now, put some yellow on the fence. And get that red in there. Oops, I got too much water happening. When you have a problem like this where you find you've just got too much water, you just take a Kleenex or a paper towel, just dab it out. It's always best to not overdo it with the color on the first round, because with watercolor it works good to do layers to get the colors that you want, instead of trying to get it all done in the first round, because it can really muddy up the paint color, and it won't turn out the way you expect if you try to do the layers when they're wet. I'm going to do the chimney with the same pyrrole red as the house. This might have to be 2 videos because, yeah, like I said, drying time. I didn't do the sidewalk, so I'll do that now. Maybe make a step, bit of a step there. There's always, with watercolor, and probably with every paint, I don't do acrylic or oil, so I don't know, but I'm assuming there's probably what is called an ugly stage. So, so right now this is kind of at the ugly stage, and you just have to not panic and just keep working with it, let it dry in places, and wait, and then you can go in and do more after. So now with the roof, I think what color I'm going to do is is Moon Glow. I love Moon Glow, but it's not as light fast as other of the paints. By the way, I'm using Daniel Smith paint. I don't know if I said that already. The artist quality Daniel Smith paint. So this is Moon Glow. If you look at it here, you can see how it's different colors. It's called a fugitive color, and it's made up of different colors. And apparently, it can fade, and it will. I'm not exactly sure what color shows up when it's faded, like what color shows up more. It might be more the darker blue that shows up, but I like to use it sometimes. Or you can use Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray is a really neat color as well, which is more of a, it's not a fugitive color. So on the roof, I'm gonna do some Moon Glow, because I'm not putting this up for sale or anything, so it'll be okay if it is a problem. So if any of you have done some watercolor, what's your favorite part about watercolor? If you could leave it in the comments, that'd be great. Or what would you like to see? What other kind of videos would you like to see on our channel? We're just starting out, so this is all new to us, and it's a big learning curve. But we'd really appreciate any comments or input. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Thank you. And thank you to all of you who have. Okay, so right now I'm going to paint the door, and I like a red door. I got in trouble in kindergarten with the color red because I did not want to share my red crayon with another student. We were painting, I was a stubborn 5-year-old, I guess. We were painting, I think it was like the first week of kindergarten, and we were painting, we were coloring, letters, the alphabet, and each of us had a letter to color. Excuse me. And I had been given a letter, I don't remember what the letter was, but I had been given the red crayon to color with. And we were allowed to color, and then when the teacher said we had to pass the crayon that we were using to the next student and take the crayon that the other student had, the one beside us. And I did not want to pass my red crayon to the other student. And I got in trouble, and I had to go up to the front and sit on the bench. And I threatened my teacher and told her if she didn't let me off the bench, she wouldn't be allowed to my birthday party. Yep, 5-year-old mind, there you go. And I don't think she was at my birthday party. I don't even know if we invited her. But obviously you don't necessarily invite your kindergarten teacher to your birthday party. But that was a huge threat in my mind at the time. She probably went home and had a really good laugh about that one. I know I would have. Anyway, that's a little history. So now some of this is drying, so I can touch up a bit more of the fence here because that dried. And now we can blend in this color. I might have to pause this video though and do a part 2. Because this is going to take time. So I'll just say goodbye for now, and we shall see you in part 2. Bye. Thanks for watching.